guys! So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I've been gaining a lot of new subscribers, and before I start this video, I want to say thank you for 200 subscribers! What? I was so happy when I hit 200 subscribers. It just made my whole life. It made me, really appreciate everything because you guys are awesome. So thank you so much. And my small YouTuber tag video has been getting such good feedback. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who subscribed and checked out my videos. So for this week's video, I'm going to be telling you a story time about the time that I cleaned out my locker and things didn't go that well. So yeah, in honor of back to school, because I'm actually enrolling to be a freshman today as I'm filming this, not as it comes out, but as I'm filming it, let's just get into the video. So it all started in 6th grade. When you're in 6th grade, for me, it's the first time that you have a locker. So everyone goes all out and decorates their locker, gets locker chandeliers and wallpaper and carpeting and shelves and pictures and mirrors and stuff that you'll literally never use. Just by the way, if you go to my middle school advice video, we talk about how you just don't go overboard on your locker, because seriously, you go to your locker, get your stuff, and then that's it. No one's looking in your locker. You're barely even looking in your locker, so you don't need to go all that out. I started with a shelf, a mirror, a cup of stuff, a whiteboard, and there was all this stuff, plus all of my school supplies in my backpack, and then just random stuff. I always just threw my stuff in there, oh, this paper, boom, just throw that in there, I won't need that for a while. And I would always bring a jacket to school, and then I would forget to take it out, so then I would just continue to bring jackets until there were too many. And I got my locker jammed a lot more than I should have. And I guess I didn't take that as a sign that I need to, clean it out. It was the last day of school and we were cleaning out our lockers. No, it was the second to last day of school, because on the second to last day of school we clean out our lockers, because on the very last day of school we pretty much just walk around the school and have a good time, and the lockers aren't able to be used, so we clean them out. I just, started pulling stuff out of my locker, and I kept pulling stuff out of my locker, and I kept going. And soon I had this gigantic pile of stuff. It was ginormous. And I was just what? So my friend Sonia comes over because, as I told you before, I just kept forgetting to bring my jackets home. So there were 9 jackets in my locker, plus a bunch of trash and just random crap and my shelf and all the stuff. So there were 9 jackets in my locker, and I just kept making this huge pile next to my locker. And my friend Sonia came over and she was like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Because obviously I was not gonna be able to carry all of this stuff. And my mom actually made a good point. She was like, "Look, I know don't do this because you're not supposed to, but if I were you, I would have just thrown everything away. Even my jackets, I would have thrown it all away." And thinking back, I should have done that, because it's not like anyone would have noticed, because if somebody would have noticed that my jackets were gone, they would have noticed a long time ago. My friend Sonia was folding jackets for me, folding them nicely in a pile so that I could carry them back, and she helped me carry my stuff. And while I was cleaning out my locker and the giant pile was there, a teacher walks by and looks down and just goes, "You win." And I was like, "Jeez, please. God." And so I hauled all of my stuff with my friend Sonia, bless her, because literally I wouldn't have been able to walk with all of this stuff without her. So I was having so much trouble trying to figure out how the heck I was gonna carry all of this on the bus. So I was tying jackets around my waist, putting them on, and I was shoving things in my backpack as much as I could, and I had to carry so many things, and I was so out of shape too. It was hard for me to carry stuff, so I was carrying everything, and I left a shelf and an umbrella actually in my band teacher's room, because I had band from my homeroom, so I just left that in his room, and I don't think I ever got it. Honestly, I really don't think I did, because I don't care that much about it, I guess. I just left it there because I seriously could not carry it. So I had everything in my hands, and I was walking out on the bus, and I had my sneakers from gym. I had my gym clothes. Like, I promise you, I had everything imaginable that I just didn't decide to take home. So I was just I was hauling it all out onto the bus, and I had my gym shoes in my hand, and I dropped one of them. And everybody was like kind of staring at me as I was literally like struggling so much. And I dropped a shoe, and I was like, I looked at it and I was like,
I gotta get that.
And then I was like,
no, I literally can't, I'm leaving it.
So I left my gym shoe on the pavement. I got on the bus, and my bus driver was like,
what is happening?
And I was like,
I cleaned out my locker, and it's just, this is what happened.
And she gave me like 2 giant like trash bags, and I had to sit in the front because I physically could not go to the back of the bus with all of the stuff I had. I had to sit in the front next to this girl, Kristen, who actually had a whole lot of stuff too, which made me feel a lot better that she also had to sit in the front because she couldn't go back with all of her stuff. I was like, thank God I'm not the only one, but I was struggling. Then the principal decides to get on the bus, and he comes on, and he looks around, and then he lifts up my shoe, and I'm like, why me? Why today? Who wished this upon me? And he goes,
looks like Cinderella lost her missing shoe.
And he gave me the shoe, and in that moment, I just wanted it all to be over. And so I rode home, and my neighbor at the time, who I don't think is my neighbor anymore, no, he's not my neighbor anymore, the bus driver was like,
help her with her stuff.
So the boy takes one of my gigantic trash bags of stuff and helps me carry it off the bus. And then whenever we get onto my cul-de-sac, I'm just like,
give me the bag. Give me the bag, please. Just give me the bag.
Like, I did not want him to be involved in this. I was like, this is my doing. I'm not about to make this poor child carry my stuff. He wasn't even a child, he was older than me, but I'm not about to make him carry my stuff. So I was like, nope, give me the bag. Even though I literally struggled all the way up to my house because I'm like the farthest house in the freaking cul-de-sac. I struggled and I made it, and I just collapsed in the basement, and I was like,
why? What just happened?
And then I called my mom, and I was like on the verge of tears, and I was like,
it was awful, like I just can't, like,
it was pretty bad. And then I just put the bags in my room, and that was it. But it's still a mortifying moment. Every time the last day of school is approaching, I clean out my locker early, and I stopped putting decorations in it, and I stopped putting random stuff in it, and I brought my jackets home. So I learned my lesson, and I hope maybe this teaches you a lesson to clean out your locker, kids, because it's gonna be bad if you don't. That's it for this story time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to follow me on all of my social media down below. I think that I want to call my subscribers my squad. Is that too weird? So I guess if you're new, welcome to my squad. And I hope you stay. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye!